We are live. We are live. Welcome to college football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Great Flugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our ever-growing channel. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. If you want to support this show through a donation, hit the $ where you put the comments down in the super chat. We'll get to your comment as soon as possible. Welcome in. Welcome into the studio that sits on the corner of Keith Jackson Parkway and Kurt Gowdy Avenue. Do not be afraid. PATC community, do not be afraid to be a legend with your comments in the chat and with your phone calls later in the show. Welcome in. Big 12 Championship game. Texas Longhorns versus the Oklahoma State Cowboys. It's going to be an emotional game. I think it's going to be a chippy game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining us. We also have Miami of Ohio versus Toledo in the MAC championship game. We're going to be keeping an eye on that game. But the main game, the big game, is Texas with Oklahoma State. And it does have not just, of course, the Big 12 championship implications. The last year of the Big 12 and how it looks today, Texas is going on and Oklahoma going on to the SEC next year. Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado will be joining the Big 12 next year. So Oklahoma State, Texas could be the very last time they ever play each other as conference mates, conference foes. Oklahoma State, a lot of Big 12 country. Not a lot. The entire Big 12 country is rooting for Oklahoma State, Ollie Gordon, Gundy, the rest of them against the Texas Longhorns. At the beginning of the season, during the offseason, I declared Texas was back. They were going to win the Big 12 championship, but not quite get to the college football playoffs. And I think we're on track. I think we're on track of that happening. But can the Pokes, can the Cowboys pull off the upset? I want to thank you all for joining us last night for the watch party. Washington, Oregon, PAC-12 Championship was a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to do at least Texas and Oklahoma State. We're going to be doing a doubleheader tonight. Florida State, Louisville, Michigan, Iowa. We're going to have the scoreboard, double the fun. We're going to be keeping an eye on both games. I might have to take a break during the afternoon when it comes to Georgia and Alabama. Tulane, SMU. We shall see. I think it's going to be impossible to do 4 or 5 games today. Going to try to do 3. Going to do the best I can, but I want to thank you all for coming on in. I appreciate it. Let's get to the comments right away. Let's not waste any more time. Jared Jones, early peak member. Good morning. All you PATC maniacs down in Kansas, new music. This is the music that we've been using for watch parties. Not for live shows, not for episodes, but for the watch parties. We've been using this music all year long. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Don in Kansas, for coming on in. Big 12 Championship. Nathan Campbell, hi. How are you doing, Nathan? Michael Batts, hook 'em horns. Mr. Batts is all about hook 'em horns, the burnt orange. BR7062, he's got a little bit of a different opinion. Go Pokes, beat Texas, pistols firing. 7062 has a little bit of a different, opinion than early peak member Michael Batts. Randy Taylor, marathon football, let's do it. Nathan believes the Cowboys bring down the Longhorns. John Teal, early peak member. This is the music Oregon played in the shower, telling themselves, we'll get them next time. Thank you, John, for the comment. Thank you for coming on in. Ted Evans, I'm ready for some chaos today. Oh, all of a sudden, The Washington Huskies in the chat. They didn't want chaos last night. But today, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see some chaos. Congratulations, Mr. Husky Ted Evans. Washington, first to punch their ticket into the 4-team invitational. Awesome Clips is in the house. Okay, well, are we going to see an exciting game here in the Big 12 like we did last night in the Pac-12? Now, we saw Oregon come back in Washington. I don't think whoever took the lead, I don't think it was all that important last night. Georgia, in the SEC game, Georgia, teams have been scoring first on Georgia a few times this year, and it doesn't matter. Georgia, by the middle of the third quarter, they're dominating. A lot of these games, you can't really judge on who jumps out first, but this game, I think it matters. Oklahoma State, I think it's crucial for the Cowboys to jump out ahead. After the first quarter, I think it's crucial that Oklahoma State has the lead. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze here. I'm battling a cold, doing the best I can, but I think it's crucial that Oklahoma State gets out to Greg, how do you feel about the Big 12 WWE partnership? Hold on. Well, I don't think it's... I'm trying to be partial here. I don't think it hurts the Big 12. This is Brett Yormark marketing, trying to get Big 12 as a cool conference. I don't know how much it helps, but I don't think it hurts. So far, I'm fine with it. I maybe it's a slight thumbs up for Brett Yormark in the Big 12. Now, in particular, I'm not a WWE guy. I've said that before. College football YouTube. I am not a WWE guy. I've never pro wrestling. Watched it when I was young. I watch a little bit of it now. Entertainment. But I was an AWA guy. AWA, Minnesota. NWA. And I never got into the New York WWE universe, as they call it. Never was a part of it. Didn't like Vince McMahon. Didn't like Vince Sr. Don't like Vince Jr. So I don't hate the WWE. I'm just not a WWE. I watch AEW a couple times once in a while. And not a whole show. Just once in a while. Like some stuff, don't like some stuff. WWE, I am just never was part of that massive universe. WWE is like Coca-Cola. Coke. It's too big to fail, right? So many people. Now, I'm 55 years old. So when I was young, it was AWA. But anybody 45 and younger, their pro wrestling memories as a young boy, young girl is WWE. The nostalgic is too strong for them to break away from WWE. They have incredible brand loyalty, WWE. It's a huge brand, so I understand what Brett Yormark is doing, but I'm not a WWE guy. I apologize. I'm not going to apologize. I apologize for not apologizing. Not a WWE guy. Oregon is out. Yes. Oregon is out now. What's interesting is if this was the college football expanded playoffs, we would be talking about Washington Huskies getting a first round bye. we would be talking about the Oregon Ducks getting a first-round home game at their campus. If this was the 12-team expanded playoffs, we'd still be talking about Oregon. The championship game would still have great importance. But we would be talking about is Oregon. Is they going to go 6, 7, 8? It looks like they're going to get a first-round bye. I don't think Penn State would jump them. No. Louisville could jump Oregon if they win. Yes, of course. There'd be a whole nother layer, storyline layer talking about it. We'd still be talking about Oregon going into the future, into the playoffs. So that, next year is going to look so different in so many different ways. And I think most of it is good. I think most of it is outstanding. John Till, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Now, this is a good example. John Till, thank you for your super chat. But you remind me of WWF Bobby the Brain Heenan. Bobby the Brain Heenan became Bobby the Brain Heenan in the AWA. That's my point. I don't see Bobby the Brain Heenan as WWF, WWE. Bobby the Brain Heenan is AWA. Nick Bockwinkel, world champion. Bobby the Brain Heenan was a great manager for Nick Bockwinkel. Blackjack Lanza, Blackjack Mulligan. The Heenan family. That's where it started. Not in WWF. Don in Kansas. Thank you, John, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I grew up in Mid-South Wrestling, NAA. WW, yeah, we are a product of our environment a lot of the times. Not always. We should be able to break out of our bubble. We should be able to break out and grow outside of our environment. But I think when it comes to professional wrestling, a lot of people are a product of their environment. If you're a WWE guy, if you're going to be WWE no matter how great, how bad the product is. But some of us wasn't in that world. WCCW was Wrestling League in my youth. For the guys in the back, horns down. GB starting to throw some elbows. Michael Batts, Mid-South from Memphis for me. But see, WWE took over all those territories. McMahon Jr. took them all over. And so yeah, and I was an AWA guy. My sister, Patricia Flugard, 10 years older than I am. She graduated in the same high school class, same high school, obviously, with Kurt Hennig and Rick Rude. And the stories that have been told to me about those two cats, especially Rick Rude, at Robbinsdale, high school that's not open anymore. But anyways, so this is AWA country. This is Vern Gagne. This is Nick Bockwinkel. This was Hulk Hogan before he went on. Not really Hulk Hogan, though. Mad Dog Vachon, Baron Von Raschke, Crusher from Milwaukee. Okay, we're getting ready here. Miami versus Toledo. Miami of Ohio versus Toledo. Now, I do apologize. We came on 5 minutes late for the watch party, working on a couple stories. One of them has to do with Malik Murphy. Another one has to do with the Holy Smokes Theater. Won't be talking about it today. Might talk about the Malik Murphy later on tonight. Maybe, possibly. We shall see. But I do apologize for getting on here 5 minutes late. It's been a very busy week, very busy last couple of days. I do have some good news for my beloved Minnesota Golden Gophers. I'm not going to get too much. There is if you've been following, if you're a Gopher fan, there is a guy who's already in the transfer portal, FCS quarterback, rated really high in the quarterback transfer list for 247 and on 3. That gentleman, and I'm not going to say the name because it was reported first by Minnesota 247 behind the paywall, but there's a certain gentleman, wink, wink, you can figure it out if you've been keeping track. You can do a quick Google. There's a certain gentleman that's visiting the University of Minnesota campus this Saturday, this Sunday. He's in the portal, highest ranking FCS quarterback. He is visiting Minnesota. Hopefully we get some great news Sunday evening, Monday, Tuesday. Miami of Ohio starts with the ball against Toledo. Layer the accenting, absolutely. Greg's Razzling monologue reminds me of the many stars started in this neck of the woods. Ric Flair's Minneapolis. Wait a second here. Hold on. What's going on? I got the wrong channel here. Man, am I screwing up early today? Holy smokes. Yes, Ric Flair went to the University of Minnesota, was on the Minnesota Golden Gophers football roster as a true freshman, and he was there for like a quarter, like a semester. But he wasn't going to class. Class wasn't for him. But yeah, Ric Flair did go to the University of Minnesota for a semester. Bill G, Super Chat, go Pokes, beat Texas. Holy smokes. Thank you so much for your generosity, Bill G. Go Pokes. A lot of Cowboy fans, a lot of Big 12 fans are Cowboy fans today. Mike Gundy versus Steve Sarkisian. What happens with Quinn Ewers? If Texas lose, are we going to be finding about Ewers going into the NFL draft? Texas wins, they get to the college football playoffs. That decision is going to get pushed back. What's going to happen with Quinn Ewers, Malik Murphy, Arch Manning? Thank you so much for the Super Chat, Bill G. I appreciate it. And there's another way to support the channel. College football's early peak episodes for members only. We give you the early peek on information ranging from stadium renovations, recruiting, realignment is the big one. We drop the information here first. We'll talk about it later on the live show. We have one level of membership, $5.99 a month, early peak. Check it out. If you want to join, hit the join button. Early peak member. We got a couple more people join last night in the watch party. Miami of Ohio is driving on Toledo. Texas is kicking off to Ohio State. Daniel, Mr. Hoosier, Arch Manning will be at Ohio State next year. Wow. Mr. Hoosier. He's calling his shot.
Oh my God!
Texas kicking it off. The burnt orange and white. Expedition Greg, us Buckeye fans are Texas fans at the moment. Why would you be Texas fans? Why wouldn't you be Oklahoma State fans? Just let me know. I don't, okay, he retracted. I think the Buckeye fans want to be Cowboy fans today. Incomplete. Alan Bowman threw it away. First down, second down and 10. On the season, 10 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Alan Bowman had a lot of injuries early in his collegiate career. We all know the name. We all know the running back of Oklahoma State. Give him the ball right here. Second down. Nope. Empty backfield. Incomplete on second down. It's 3rd and 10. Okay. Back to pass, going deep. Oh, incomplete. Just the way Oregon started. Gundy is hot. Gundy is hot at the refs. Again, Oklahoma State, emotional at the beginning of the game. They follow their coach's lead. Just like Oregon started the game 3 and out, 3 incomplete passes, Oklahoma State follows the same. 3 plays, they got a punt. Gundy is hot. Hot at the referee. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Texas going to get good field position. There's a flag on the field. Ryan, Willie, thank you so much for your donation yesterday. Thank you so much for becoming a member. A new member, early peak. Appreciate it. You are now knighted. Cloak and Dagger. Thank you, Mr. Ryan, Willie. Thank you so very much. Early peak membership. And I am going to get it set up to where people can offer gift memberships. I have not had the time to look into what I need to do. I guess it's easy. I just got to change the setting on the YouTube channel. People can, do membership, gift memberships, so that people can, in the chat, if they're set up to, they can accept a gift membership. We have a... what do we got? A repunt here? No. Quinn Ewers is on the field. Great field position for the Texas Longhorns. 1st and 10. Completing 69.8% of his passes. Holy smokes. 7 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That play worked. That play worked. That play worked. That play worked. First down, Texas at the Pokes 21-yard line. Now that's the way to start the game. First down, Texas. Steve Sarkisian. Run that ball. Run that ball. That's a couple of yards. Texas, new running back. You know, they don't have their main guy. He got an ACL injury. Robinson is in there. He gets 2 yards on the first carry. It's 2nd down and 8. Flat pass. That worked. That worked. First down. Another first down for the Longhorns. Again, CJ Baxter. He's already got 2 completions in this first drive. We talked about in pregame. Touchdown, Texas. We talked about in the pregame how it was important for Oklahoma State.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
We talked about it in pregame how important it was for Oklahoma State to get out with a great start to grab the lead, and it did not happen. The Texas Longhorns scored a touchdown after the Cowboys went 0-3, 3 and out. Oklahoma State had to punt the ball. Bad punt, great field position. Texas goes right down and scores. The Longhorns, now they're not just looking to win. They're looking to put a thumping on the Cowboys. They're looking to put a thumping on the Cowboys. That's the reality of it. Quinn Ewers starts the game 3 of 3, 37 yards, 1 touchdown. Alan Bowman starts the game for Oklahoma State, 0 of 3. And we got a quick 7-0 lead, Longhorns. Good morning, Alan Tran is in the house. It's Ollie Gordon Day. GB, he's saying no. Donnie McNerney, fellow Irishman, maybe possibly. Thank you so much for joining Early Peak membership. You are therefore knighted cloak and dagger style. Thank you so much, Donnie. I appreciate it. Appreciate it so very much. Donnie becoming an Early Peak member. You get your Early Peak episodes. Going to be dropping. You got to be looking out for them. Go to the YouTube channel. I do not promote them on my Twitter site. I do the regular episodes. But Early Peak membership, Early Peak episodes, they just appear on the, you'll get notified. Make sure you hit the notification bell for our YouTube channel. Make sure you get universally notified. Just going to give you a warning. I'm just giving you a warning to Donnie and everybody else. This Early Peak, first of all, we've already been busy with the Early Peak episodes. We've already dropped 6 of them. But it's going to get real busy. It's going to get real important in the first quarter of 2024. I'm just saying. I'm giving you all a heads up, an early peek to the early peek to the peek around the corner. First quarter of 2024. Buckle up. Brace for impact. Okay? We're working on it all. We've been working on it. We've been working on it. We've been working on the Holy Smokes Theater. But there's going to be some public communication involving universities in the first quarter of 2024. We strongly believe that. That's where it's been all trending. It's been trending there for a while. We're not the only ones who believe that. Thank you, Jared Jones, early peak member. I love the early peak videos. Appreciate it, Mr. Buckeye. The Pokes are down 7-0. The Buckeyes want Oklahoma State to win. Alabama wants Oklahoma State to win. Early peak member Ryan Willie, it will be a blowout. It could be. I thought it was important for Oklahoma State to come out and get ahead of the Longhorns. More than any other championship game playing today, it was most important for the Cowboys to get out ahead. 1st and 10. There he is. Ooh, they shut him down on that run. Boy, is he quick to the line. Ollie Gordon is quick to the line, and he hits the line with such impact. I absolutely love this dude. Everybody does. 2nd and long. They give it to him again. He breaks it out wide. 1st down, Oklahoma State. Feed that man the ball. Feed that man the ball. Give him the rock. Give him the rock. Jared Jones. Swing. Gordon. Swing pass, gets a yard. Bowman completes his first pass. Gordon is down with a possible injury. He does get back up. He does get back up, going to the sidelines. I think he's okay. Jared Jones. I want Oklahoma State to win, but I don't want us Buckeyes in the playoffs. McCord will just embarrass us. No, thank you. LOL. Back to pass. Bowman swings it out. Got to make a move. Got to make someone miss. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and 5 for the Pokes. This is a very important play. Third and 6. No. That guy was covered. You can't make that throw. That guy was covered. You can't go that way. And it wasn't like Bowman was. It wasn't like he had pressure on him. Should have looked away, Bowman. Should have looked away. Pokes are punting, and Bowman, a very shaky start so far. 2 of 6, 4 yards. Not a good 3rd down decision. Texas starts the ball again, up 7-0. I think we're already in danger here. We might not be playing the Mariachi song in the 3rd quarter. We play the Mariachi song at College Football YouTube when we have a great watch party game in the 3rd quarter. We shall see. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember Barry Sanders. I watched Barry Sanders. Right away, you knew this guy was different than everybody else. He was of course, he was an absolute beast in the NFL. He was an absolute beast for Oklahoma State. NRG TXN, the horn score on this drive, and it becomes a name your score game. McCord should be a third stringer on a MAC team. Jeez. Wow, you guys are tough, man. You guys are very, very tough. If McCord wants, hey, come to Minnesota. If they don't like you in Columbus, McCord, come to Minnesota. I saw where Danny Lanning was just getting heat from Oregon fans. The coach of Oregon, look, there's only one team that can win it at the end. Does that mean every other coach is terrible? No. No. Man, fans have become restless, I tell you. There's only one team that's going to win it all. And there's only one team at conference that's going to win. The Big Ten is going to be 18 teams next year. 8 of them think they're going to win the conference. Their expectations, they think they're going to win the conference. Same with the SEC next year. There's only one team that can win it. Fans' expectations are just unbelievable in college football. More than any other sport. Lanning did a great job. Ryan Day's done a great job. I know he hasn't beaten Michigan the last 3 times, but my goodness. Woo! Come to Minnesota. That's it. Everybody come to Minnesota. McCord loses games. He's not a game manager. Toledo gets the ball back. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, down 3-0. Toledo is trying to complete a perfect MAC season. What's this? Clipped up Texas. All the way down to Oklahoma State's 27-yard line. The Longhorns are putting a beating on the Cowboys. Oh, that was just a little flat pass. Wow. Okay, the Cowboys need to make a play here. This game is getting away from them. Nothing there. It's going to be 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right there. Oh, wide open touchdown. Touchdown Longhorns. Double reverse, pitch it back. We saw that play yesterday.
Touchdown! Touchdown!
Tavion Sanders. This game has gotten away from the Pokes. Not looking good. Not looking good. Not looking good. This might be over very soon. Ted Evans. The Longhorns. Thumping on the Cowboys. Alan Bowman, Oklahoma State's 1 of 5. Quinn Ewers is 6 of 6. Mitchell with the touchdown. Sanders with the touchdown. Xavier Worthy with a 54-yard run off a simple swing flat pass. And C.J. Baxter got a couple receptions as well. Total yards offense for Oklahoma State, 15. They got to put together a drive here. Oklahoma State has to put together a drive right here, right now. Pass interference. That's the start. That's the start. Trying to get Gordon some room. Gets a few yards. Keep giving him the rock. Hurry up offense, Oklahoma State. 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Going deep again. They're taking their shots. That's completion. What a catch. What an unbelievable catch.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my God. Jeez. Swinging out there, flat pass. Oklahoma State gets another 8 yards. The Cowboys are determined to respond. Second and 4. Can the Cowboys close out this quick, fast drive? Get some points. 2nd and 4. Ooh, Gordon got stopped. It's 3rd and short. 3rd and 2. I would give number 0 the ball 2 more times. Get it to your best player for the most important 2 yards of the game. You're going to go for it on 4th down. 3rd and 2. Give the rock to Gordon 2 more times. Give it to your best player. That was a good play. They faked it to Gordon. Good play, 1st down. 1st down. Can the Cowboys punch it in? Down 14-0. 6:18 in the 1st quarter. Looked like this game was getting away. They've got to put it in right now. Okay. Did Greg make his picks for the day? I'm only going to make one play. One play. And it's the Florida State-Louisville game. I'm going to make it right before the game begins. Louisville, Florida State. I'm going to first figure out who's starting for Florida State. Is Rodmaker, is he actually going to be dressed in uniform? Is he going to be in warm-ups? That's what I want to see before I make my decision. Just doing one game. And this time, whoever I pick is going to win. They're going to cover the spread. Whoever I pick, I'm actually going to win this game tonight. But I need more information. I cannot act without having all the information available at my disposal. Oklahoma State's defense ranks 116th in the country in yards per play. The only path for the Cowboys is on offense. So they've got to answer right here, right now on this drive. They have to answer back. They got to punch it in. This is potentially good news for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who've lost pretty much all their receivers. Just to give you a little bit of a background, these are the pass catchers at Notre Dame who have lost in the portal this week. Chris Tyree, their very experienced receiver / running back. He's a tweener. Tobias Merriweather, who was a developing sophomore. Rico Flores, who caught 27 passes this year as a true freshman. All of them going in the transfer portal. They do have some good news right now this morning. Notre Dame is currently hosting, according to Chris Hummer, Florida International wide receiver Chris Mitchell on a visit, a source tells 247 Sports Portal. Mitchell caught 64 passes, 1,018 yards, 6 touchdowns this year. He's one of the top wide receivers in the portal. That would be very good news for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish fans. Bowman, I keep saying Bowman, incomplete. 3rd and goal. That was a terrible pass. That could have very easily been intercepted if the Texas Longhorn guy did not lose his legs. 3rd and goal. Now that was a great pass. That's a touchdown. That was a great pass. Holy smokes. Quick delivery.
Touchdown!
Cowboys responded. The Pokes responded 14-7. 14-7. Ride. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brennan Presley takes it in. Used all hands on that. Brought it in as he was sitting down in the end zone. 14-7. 14-7. Ken Gundy and the Oklahoma State. They're the underdogs. David versus Goliath. Last year in the Big 12 for the Texas Longhorns. Big 12 country rooting for Oklahoma State, rooting for Mike Gundy, rooting for Alan Bowman, rooting for Ollie Gordon. Big 12, 14-7. Oklahoma State did not get that start that they wanted. But they did get the answer they needed on that drive. Huge catch. Huge catch by Rashad Owens. Down the right side of the field. Cowboys are still in it. A decent return by the Texas Longhorns. They start the ball 14-7 Texas. BR7062, Mr. Cowboy, PATC Cowboy in the chat. Pistols firing. 1st and 10. Good first down run by Texas at the 29-yard line. It's going to be about a 2nd and 4. Toledo's not playing very good. The undefeated in conference play, Toledo. They are down to Miami of Ohio. Second and 4. Swinging it out there. First down. Boy, they've been, the Cowboys not doing a good job at tackling at the line of scrimmage. This is what Washington did to Oregon yesterday. All those early passes on the sideline, challenging Oregon to make an open field tackle on the sideline. Cowboys are failing miserably at this. Texas keeps going to it. Yeah, there is no resistance. No resistance at all. Longhorns going right down the field once again. Cowboys need to create a turnover. Right now, they do not have the horses on defense. Jonathan Brooks, ACL injury. 2nd and 6. Play action. Ears dumping it off. Once again, it's just a pitch and catch. Pitch and catch, pitch and catch. Oklahoma State is unable to come up and make the tackle. Terry Nord, Aloysius, Himalatius, Connotacious, Sacrilegious. Terry Nord's in the house. What kind of music is this? What kind of music is this? This is Big 12 country. This is country. Okay, here we go. All right, you called for it. First and 10. Almost sacked. Dumped it off. First down, Texas. Or close to it. Oh, they threw a flag. I think they threw a flag on his celebration. No, maybe not. 2nd and 1. There's no resistance on Oklahoma State. 116th in the country in defense, and they're getting absolutely shredded by the Longhorns. It looks like Texas could put up 60 points if they wanted to, right now. Don't think the Cowboys have the thoroughbreds on defense to slow down the Longhorns. Quinn Ewers is 10 for 10, 165 yards and 2 touchdown passes. He just threw, no, they threw a flag. Quinn Ewers is 10 of 10, 165 pass interference on Oklahoma State. The Longhorns are knocking on the door. They're making a 21-7 game. Touchdown, Texas. Ewers with his 3rd touchdown pass. Touchdown! 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 Now, I gotta say this. These type of defense, people rag on the Big Ten because there's not enough scoring. There's all this punting going on. Well, this is what the Big 12 does on the big stage. There's usually one team that doesn't have any defense whatsoever. That's what we're seeing today. 21-7 Texas. I don't know. It doesn't even look like they've got the guys to even. I don't think we're going to see any tackle for losses for Oklahoma State, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is kind of the opposite, isn't it? Hidden H Music, I'm rooting for Louisville. Expedition Greg, this is too darn easy. Kenneth Evans, Vondar Sweet. Vondre Sweet, excuse me. Vondre Sweet Sweat. Touchdown. And that's the other situation here. Texas is fighting for a playoff spot. So they're not going to let up. They have no reason to let up on the Cowboys. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start for Oklahoma State. Again, they got to answer back. They cannot afford. They can't afford not to get any more. They got to score every time, basically, here in the first half. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Second down and 10. Again, tonight we're going to be doing a doubleheader. We're going to be doing both games tonight. Michigan, Iowa, Florida State, Louisville. Florida State, Louisville is the big game we're going to keep an eye on. We think that's going to be the most competitive game. Tate Rodmacher, is he going to be ready to play? The backup quarterback from Florida State who had to take over for Jordan Travis a few weeks ago because of his injury that ended the season and the career of Jordan Travis of Florida State. Rodmacher's got a concussion. He's trying to come back. His father said this morning, it's reported that Rodmacher is 50-50 if he's going to play tonight. So all eyes are going to be on the field an hour before the game to see if the number 2 quarterback of Florida State is going to be able to play. Big completion for Oklahoma State. That's a first down. If Rodmacher is not able to play, then it's going to be third string Brock Glenn who's going to play for Florida State. He's thrown for 4 passes in his collegiate career. So that's the big game we're going to do, Florida State versus Louisville in the ACC Championship game. We're also going to be following Iowa versus Michigan, which I don't think is going to be a very competitive game. But we'll be watching both of them. So if you want to join us for tonight's watch parties, go ahead here at College Football's Peek Around the Corner. I would appreciate it. Here comes the Cowboys, 2nd and 10. 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Oh, good spin move. Some good yards on that. Okay, we're going to have about a 3rd and 4 when we start the second quarter for Oklahoma State at the Texas 34-yard line. They need to keep going here. They can't, and unfortunately, it can't be field goals. So they got 2 downs to make 4 yards to keep this drive going. Corey thinks the Cowboys has a chance to win if they keep a one-score game. I would agree if I could see any type of resistance from the defense. But they can't make a play. I mean, they're just getting dominated. Once I see Oklahoma State defense actually make a play, then maybe I can believe. But right now, I don't know. Awesome clips. Early peak member. Louisville. Again, if you're new to the show, if you haven't subscribed to the show, please subscribe. Get yourself notified. Please smash the like button if you like the content. If you don't like the content, hit the thumbs down button. Hit the thumbs down button if you don't like the content. Let me know in the chat what we could do better, or with a tweet, with an X tweet post. Send it to Flug Empire. Let me know how we can better serve you to give you better college football content. We also are providing early peak membership episodes for members only. Cloak and Dagger, you will be the first one to get the information, the important information on realignment, stadium renovations, recruiting, portal, and then we post it, and then we talk about it later in the live shows. Cloak and Dagger. Just hit the join button. Hit the join button if you're interested in becoming an early peak member. Awesome clips. The PATC Cardinal, Mr. Cardinal in the PATC community, is all fired up. He is all fired up. He's ready to go. Louisville, all eyes are on Louisville. He's ready. Thank you for the super chat. Awesome clips. Time to make a statement. Louisville Cardinals. Prove our worth. Jeff Brom. Thank you so much for the generosity, your continued generosity to the show. Peek around the corner. Thank you. Awesome clips. Thank you so very much. We're going to be covering that game. We're going to be doing a watch party tonight. Louisville, Jeff Brom's coming back. The hero of Louisville, Kentucky. The hero, the famous quarterback, Jeff Brom. He led Purdue to the Big Ten title game last year. Nobody expected it. He did it first year at Louisville. He's brought Louisville to the ACC Championship. And that is an interception. Texas has picked it off. Alan Bowman throwing it up. The hometown boy is back. You are correct, Clips. Thank you once again for your super chat. That's Texas ball. He just threw it up there. That was a great catch.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Wow. That is an interception. That is an incredible catch. 21-7, starting at the 5-yard line. I wouldn't doubt it if Texas drove 95 yards. If they put together a 95-yard drive with no resistance, put a pin in it, it's over. It's over. This game is over. Oklahoma State's defense has to show some resistance on this drive or it's completely over. Oh, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Okay, this is Oklahoma State's shot right now. This is Oklahoma State's chance to get defense to get off the field. I think this might be the first 2nd and 10 that Texas has had all game long. Right? Everybody's feeling bad for Cincinnati Bearcats right now. I think Cincinnati might be on the verge, the possibility of getting Brennan Sorsby, the quarterback in the transfer portal, Indiana. He had a really good first year. Remember Michael Penix Jr., he came from Indiana. Look what he did at Washington. Brennan Sorsby had a pretty good first year as a starter for the Hoosiers, went into the portal. They lost their head coach. There's a lot of smoke. Cincinnati, Scatterfield, and Brennan Sorsby. We'll see what happens early next week. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Oh, he tripped and fell. Oklahoma State has no chance. No chance. None. This is a blowout. They cannot run. They cannot hang with Texas. A tough way for the Big 12 to end this way. Now, the Big 12 is going on, right? But I mean, with Texas and Oklahoma, Mitchell, Worthy, Xavier Worthy, they are absolutely toying with the Oklahoma State's defense. Matt, is Oregon going to be the new Penn State, aren't they? Well, but we're going to have the expanded playoffs, right? So Penn State, they have a good chance at making the playoffs going forward. So does Oregon. Oregon will have the opportunity. That's a touchdown, Texas. Oregon will have the opportunity to possibly, they're a national brand, but they're going to be able to recruit a little bit more in the Midwest. Maybe they can get some more beef on their line of scrimmage. Get just a little bit more physical. We'll see. I think Oregon's future is very bright. I tell you what, in the second half, we're going to open up the phone lines. You can call in and talk about anything in college football because this game is over. We're not going to be playing the mariachi song today in the third quarter. When it's a great game in the third quarter, when we do a watch party, we play this music as a celebration that we're watching a great game doing a watch party. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Not today. Not in the third quarter. Texas is crushing. Texas is crushing Oklahoma State. 28-7. I'm not even keeping track here at the scoreboard. So, does this help? How much does this help Texas to get to the playoffs? What does Texas need? Well, Texas will jump over Oregon. Texas will jump over the Buckeyes. I think the Buckeyes now, you can slot the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Louisville Cardinals in the Orange Bowl. I think that game is a happening. So, Texas jumps over the Buckeyes, jumps over the Oregon Ducks, and now basically it comes down to Florida State versus Texas, right? But then again, you've got the Alabama situation. If Alabama beats Georgia, can Alabama jump Texas? Not with this type of performance. No. So, if Florida State loses, then you would have Michigan number one. Let's put up the rankings here. Before this game started, let's put up the rankings. Okay. Let's, if Georgia wins and if Florida State wins, it's Georgia 1, Michigan 2, Washington 3, Florida State 4. If Georgia loses and you get the rest of the chalk coming in, it's Michigan 1, Washington 2, Florida State 3, and then what do you do with Texas and Alabama and Georgia? I think you have Texas number 4, and I don't think you have any SEC teams in the playoffs. Let's say Florida State loses and the rest of the chalk come in. Then it's Georgia 1, Michigan 2, Washington 3, Texas 4. So that Florida State game, I really think it's going to come down to Florida State wins, they're in. Florida State loses, Texas is in. Because I think Georgia's going to just blow the doors off Alabama. I think Michigan's going to blow the doors off Iowa. So Florida State, Florida State, Texas. That's who's going to get, for that last bid. And Florida State has control of their own destiny. Now, of course, if there's upsets, if Alabama wins, can Alabama get into the playoffs? To me, Alabama would need Michigan to lose, Florida State to lose. I think there's a chance. I don't think there's any chance of the SEC getting 2 teams into the playoffs. And I do think Georgia's going to win, so they'll get the number 1 seed. Let me know what you think in the comments section. We're going to open up the phone lines. You can call us at any time during this game. The lines are officially open. 763-260-1333. 763-260-1333. Let me know. Let me know how you think it might play out for the rest of the evening. But I think Texas, if they get Florida, if they get Florida State to lose, if Florida State loses, Texas is in. Now, Bo Stacker says, honestly, if Florida State a top 10 team right now, well, it has, if they win undefeated season, ACC championship, they have to be in it. I agree. I agree with Hidden H Music. Texas got the ball again. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. The phone lines are open. Give us a call. Here's a stat for you. Bruce Feldman. Texas has run 18 plays. 13 have gone for first down or touchdowns. 18 plays, 13 have gone for first downs or touchdowns. Holy smokes. And that's another first down to the tight end. It's not the Cowboys' day today. Ewers is just... There's nobody around Quinn. He feels comfortable in the pocket. He's stepping into his throws. He's delivering it on time. The Longhorns receivers are wide open. There's no threat of a batted ball down. No one is touching Quinn in the pocket. They did call a holding on the Longhorns, but there's nothing stopping the burnt orange right now. This is a complete mismatch. Whoa! Third down. The Cowboys might stop the Longhorns for the first time this game. Right here. It's third down. Picked off. Can it be a pick six? Oh, down to the 4-yard line. Holy cow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Here comes the Cowboys. Big play. A play they needed. He didn't see him. He did not see the middle linebacker. He was there the whole time. Can the Cowboys poke this in? Can they punch it in? I formation, Bowman, shotgun. Got to give it to Gordon. Got to give it to him. Let the big man run. Let the big man run. I would not put this ball in the air. You have to get Gordon's, you got to get him lathered up. Everybody knows he's getting the ball, that's fine. You've got to give him the ball. He was very upset at the sidelines after the last time the Cowboys had the ball because he did not get the rock. Give him the rock. They tried a spread formation, quarterback run. There's a flag. Illegal procedure, all that pre-snap penalty, all that pre-snap movement. Get it to Gordon!
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Owens! Bowman to Owens, TD. The Cowboys have struck back with an INT. Holy smokes. Okay, now if Texas can still get the ball, drive down and score at the end of the half, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay at 40 acres. Everything will be okay at Burn Orange Nation. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Touchdown. Hidden music, still a game. Despite the interception, it's very clear Texas is a much better team. I agree, Jeff. I agree. Expect a blowout second half. I absolutely agree. Texas, they should. Chances are very good the Longhorns go down and get some points on this drive. Texas also starts with the ball at the beginning of the second half. So it could be, it could be 42-14 pretty quickly here. But Oklahoma State, they got the turnover they needed. They probably need another turnover in the next couple of Texas possessions to slow Texas down. The Cowboys trying to get back into this game. Nicholas Martin with the interception, middle linebacker for Oklahoma State. I don't think Quinn Ewers ever saw him. Running back to kickoff. Okay, Texas, 5:46 to go, second half. Pokes are still alive. See John. Hidden H Music. I'm a Texas fan. I'm not quite comfortable yet. Incomplete pass. Oh, they threw a flag? No, they did not. No, they did not. Second down and 10. Can the Cowboys stop Texas again? Second possession in a row? Will they need a turnover? Can they stop them on downs? Texas finally maybe feeling a little bit of adversity. Oh, first down, Texas. Big throw. Big throw by Quinn. That was a big third down conversion. Big third down conversion. Most important play right there. Texas keeps the ball. 4:45 to go in the first half. Now at halftime, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, 15 or 20 minute break. I'll be back. I hope you all join us for the second half. Handing it off. Ooh. Second and 10. The Cowboys are doing much better on first down. It's not second and 2, second and 3. It's been second and 9, second and 8 lately for the Longhorns. Wide open. Wide open. You got to get on him, number 5. That's just a pitch and a catch. Pitch, catch, pitch, catch. Look at that. Receiver just deked number 5. Complete mismatch. Incomplete. Second and 10. John Till, thank you so much for the super chat. Who is Houston going to hire? The portal's hours away. Great question. Will it be Willie Fritz soon after the Tulane SMU game? That's a great play. Great play. First down, Texas. They're knocking on the door again. Sanders is a beast. Absolute beast. People are expecting Willie Fritz, an announcement at the end of the Tulane SMU game sometime this evening. That's a strong possibility, John. A growing possibility. Willie Fritz. Oh my goodness. Texas knocking on the door. Ooh, out of bounds, maybe at the 8 or 9 yard line. I do think his foot went out. Yeah, that's where they marked it, at the 8 yard line. 2nd and 4. Rolling out, incomplete. Should have been a touchdown. Guy was wide open, Xavier Worthy. I have no idea. Sometimes, like, I agree, Son of Sarah, because footwork is a lot better this year than last year. But once in a while, those easy throws gets away from Quinn. But these Longhorns receivers, man, they are wide, wide, wide open. Thank you, John, for the super chat. Appreciate it. I believe it's going to be Willie Fritz. We shall see. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
And I was a guy who did not think that Willie Fritz was going to take another coaching job. I thought Tulane was going to be his last job. So if he does go to Houston, and it sounds like that's where the smoke is, I'll be taking the big fat L on Willie Fritz. I thought he was going to close out his career at Tulane. It'd be interesting if he does take the job at Houston. It's going to be very interesting for the Houston Cougars. If it's not Willie Fritz, it looks like it's going to be Jeff Traylor at University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. He's had 2 interviews with Houston. Here is Heather Dinich, ESPN. She's getting access to the College Football Playoff Committee, and she took this picture. I'm going to show it to you. Texas isn't messing around on a day they are all watching. There is the playoff committee, the ones who vote. They're watching. This is going to come down to Texas or Florida State. Texas or Florida State. If Georgia beats Alabama, if Michigan beats Iowa, and they're expected to, it's going to come down to Florida State and Texas for the last playoff spot. And I don't see how you cannot give it to Florida State. They would have earned it if they go undefeated. We know about the quarterback situation at Florida State. Drama is building. Florida State or Texas? Florida State or Texas? If not, you have to go as Buddy Ryan for Halloween. I don't think Buddy Ryan. Where did you get Buddy Ryan from? Thank you, John Teal. Appreciate the generosity. Thank you so much. Buddy Ryan, the great defensive coordinator. I don't look like Buddy Ryan. Toledo with the touchdown. Thank you so much, John. Appreciate it. Tough Tony. Tough Tony, thank you for the super chat. I do have some information for you. So I need Tough Tony to listen to me after I answer. We go through your comment. Okay, Tough Tony. Greg, have you ever seen a commissioner do a disappearing act faster than George Kliakoff last night? I have never seen that, and I think it's impossible for a commissioner to do a disappearing act quicker than what he did last night. I kind of feel sorry for the guy. But yes, it was handing over the trophy, gone by. That was it. No, I've never seen a disappearing act faster than that, and I don't think it's possible. But I got some information for you, Tony. Hang on. Toledo, trying to get some points before the end of the half. It's Miami of Ohio 10, Toledo 0. Toledo's got the ball, 20 seconds to go, deep into the Miami red zone. Tony, there is a quarterback in the transfer portal, considered the top FCS quarterback in the country, led FCS in touchdown passes. He's getting his master's. He's in biomedicine. He's looking to go to a university that's big in biomedicine, master's program, going to be a doctor. He's in the portal. He's got 1 year. He's ranked in the top 10 transfer portal quarterbacks right now. Later this afternoon, that quarterback, I'm not going to give out the name, Tony, because this was first reported by somebody else. And I'll talk about it later this evening once the gentleman is on campus. I'll talk about his name because it's going to be all out there once it happens. Later this afternoon, this quarterback is going to be at the University of Minnesota campus. He's going to be spending Saturday with Coach Fleck the offensive coordinator Harbaugh, because they are in Arkansas right now watching their quarterback commit Drake Lindsey, who's had an incredible year in high school Arkansas. His high school team is in the state championship game. So Fleck, Harbaugh, they're going to be leaving that high school championship game in the state of Arkansas, get on a plane, come back later this afternoon, early this evening, to meet with this transfer portal quarterback this evening. And then this transfer quarterback is going to be spending the time on Sunday making sure the biomedical classes, criteria meets his needs, his wants, and we could be getting some very good news. In the darkest of days for Gopher football, we could be getting some very good news on a quarterback in the transfer portal. Possibly, maybe. He made the trip on his own dime. So Tough Tony, brace for impact. We'll talk about the name. We'll talk about it more this evening once the gentleman gets on campus. And then when I see it reported out in public, I will report it at Peek Around the Corner. But it was reported somewhere else behind the paywall. I know about it, but I want to respect the people who reported it. So, Tough Tony, very good news for the Gophers. Potentially. Okay. It's not McCord. It's a transfer. Somebody that's already in the portal, who qualifies for the portal, who's a grad student. He's actually in his master's. FCS, led FCS in touchdowns. People can figure out who it is. They just have to. They can figure out who it is. I just don't want to say the name until he gets on campus tonight. Okay. What's going on here? Are we done here with the first half? What's happening? Thank you, Tough Tony, for the super chat. Thank you, John Teal. I appreciate it. Again, if you want to support this channel through a donation, do a super chat, hit the dollar sign in your comment. We'll get you a comment right away as soon as possible. If you also want to contribute, donate to the channel, early peak membership, early peak cloak and dagger, membership only episodes where you first to hear a little bit of nugget first, a little bit of information on realignment, recruiting, stadium renovations, anything to do with college football. You get it here first. Early peak college footballs. And plus, last night, made a deal with the wife. She's going to be presenting recipes. College football, Mexico City, to be more precise. Recipes during the month. College football's early peak. Only at early peak. Membership only episodes. Hit the join button if you're interested. Okay. First and 10, Texas. It looks like it was a turnover. Texas ball, 35-10. They're about to a minute and 25 to go in the half. Again at halftime, we will be taking a break, 15, 20 minutes, and I'll be back. Her enchiladas are special. Her soups are special. Everything she does is fantastic because, you know, everything is nothing is out of a can, right? Nothing is out of a can. Make sure she does the beans in the long way. She does tamales. It takes about 7 hours for her to do tamales. Her soups, all of her different salsas. Her enchiladas are incredible. Different than what you get at the restaurants. That's not how she grew up. There's not all that. There's shredded cheese. It's not all melted. That's not how they do it. Not in Mexico City. My favorite dish that Mireya makes is chili relleno. But again, even her chili relleno isn't what you get at the restaurants. I cannot order at the restaurants. The cheese that she puts in the big peppers when she roasts them in the oven, she stuffs it with cheese. The cheese isn't all melted. And when you get it at the restaurant, there's cheese everywhere. Melted cheese. It's just not how she cooks. It's not how they do it in Mexico City. Raiders looking at David Shaw. Ooh, thank you, John Teal, for your super chat. I appreciate it. That is interesting. Very interesting. Terry Nord. Oh no, Flug Empire touting another potential goal for quarterback. I had to hear him spot. I had to hear him spout about the Greek slingshot for years. Hope for goal for football at the start. Okay. That's it. That's it. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Because Terry Nord's got me all upset. I'm going to tell you what's going on, Gopher fans. And that includes Terry Nord. Online 3 Industry Transfer Portal Top 10. Look at who's number 7 on that list, Terry Nord. Look at who has number 7. Tough Tony, are you still in the chat? Tough Tony, still in the chat. Here's your answer. Here's your answer. Enchiladas with green sauce. Yes, verde sauce. Tomatillos roasted with pepper, garlic, and their spices. Yes, and that will all be on the recipes that we are going to post at, once again, $5.99 a month. One of the many things we are doing at Cloak and Dagger College Football's early peak. Hit the join button. Okay, let's get back to this, because Terry Nord's got me all. Look at number 7 here on this list. That's Max Brosmere. Max Brosmere. FCS New Hampshire. Go look at the tape. 6'2". 6'2". Led FCS in touchdown passes. His athletic ability, not high, but his ability to process the field is 150%. The guy looks over the whole field, gets rid of the ball quickly. FCS defenses can't stop him. Max Brosmere. Now, why would somebody ranked number 7 be interested in the University of Minnesota? Why would he come here? Because of his biomedical, that's what he's getting a doctorate in. He's deep in his master's, and the University of Minnesota fits what he wants to do in his career as a doctor. This is why the University of Minnesota has an inside shot. He is visiting Minnesota later this afternoon. He's going to be here on Sunday with people in academia Terry Nord, you gotta believe. You've gotta believe. It ain't over until we say it's over. Gophers having a decent quarterback, it can't happen. It's not even a possibility. It is. Max Brosmer is on, well, he's not quite on campus yet. Not quite on campus yet. Tough Tony, Terry Nord, we're only 22 players away. You guys are killing me. Terry Nord, Little General Recipes, get them, folks. I've had her tamales. Fantastic. We will be posting her recipes, all part of early peak membership videos. Terry Nord's got me all upset. All upset. Cam Ward has apparently scheduled a visit to Oregon. Now, DJ Ungo Ungale was at the Oregon game last night watching his brother play. His brother plays for the Oregon Ducks on the defensive side of the field. So, Cam Ward, let's take a look at those rankings once again. Now, there's going to be other quarterbacks joining the list going into the portal. December 4th is the opening of the portal. Monday, 2 days from now. There's a lot of guys who are going to be joining the portal that haven't announced yet. Not yet. They can't officially go into the portal. Unless you're a grad student or your coach left, you can join in there right now. If you're not, if you're going to take your one free ride into the portal, that you only can do it starting Monday, and it's a 30-day window to get into the portal, December 4th. So, Malik Murphy, is Quinn Ewers coming back next year? If he is Malik Murphy jumping in the portal, the number 2 quarterback of Texas? What about Arch Manning, the number 3 quarterback of Texas? Is Quinn Ewers coming back next year? Is Arch Manning going to jump in the portal? We don't know yet. We're going to start finding out December 4th, December 5th, December 6th. There's a 30-day window to jump in. It's not a 30-day window beginning December 4th to jump in and then make a decision what school you're going to. It's a 30-day window to actually get yourself into the portal. If you're not a grad transfer, if your coach did not leave your school. But we're going to be getting more quarterbacks possibly jumping in to the portal. Definitely more quarterbacks jumping into the portal. You got Cam Ward, who's ranked number 1, coming from Washington State. Will Howard, Kansas State, won the Big 12 Championship last year. You got Riley Leonard. Looks like he's going to Notre Dame. Possibly, maybe. Although Notre Dame has, I don't know about their wide receivers. They had a weak wide receiver room last year. Basically, they've all left to the portal. Then you got DJ Ungo Ungale, who's had his best year in college last year at Oregon State. He's in the portal. Tylen Van Dyke is a total wild card. Complete meltdown. Throwing interceptions left and right for Miami, Florida. He was nicked up. He's in the portal. Will Rogers, great career at Mississippi State, but was he just a product of the great late Mike Leach? I don't think so. I think Will Rogers does have some ability. I think he's going to play on Sundays. And then you've got number 7. Max Brosmer. If you read the Athletic article, and I wonder if I still have it here. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I got it. I don't think I got the image. The Athletic article said that Max Brosmer, athletic ability, maybe not quite up to snuff for Power 5 quarterbacks, but his recognition, his processing of the field is absolutely elite. Elite. Isn't that what we want, Terry, Tony, maroon and gold? Well, I'm telling you what, man, he's on campus. He's not looking for a big name, image, or likeness deal. He's looking for a program that fits his needs as a future doctor. And he's going to come to Minnesota and he's going to doctor up Iowa, Wisconsin. Hope is a very dangerous thing. Now, on the other hand, if he leaves Sunday evening and on Monday we find out he's taking a visit to Wake Forest, on Tuesday if we find out Matt Brosemere's taking a visit to Duke, then I'll be crushed. I'll be absolutely crushed. But let's see what happens. I've got to take a break here. I'm already way past. It's halftime. Texas and Oklahoma State. In the second half, we're going to be talking about college football. Not much about this game. And then tonight, we're going to be doing a doubleheader. Michigan, Iowa, Florida State, Louisville. It's between Florida State and Texas to grab that last spot if the chalk, Georgia, and Michigan wins tonight. So I'll see you back in about another 15, 20 minutes. I hope you join us for the second half of Texas, Oklahoma State. We're going to be talking everything college football. See you then. Okay, we are back. The phone lines are open. Phone lines are open. 763-260-1333. We're going to have some disagreement in the chat. We're going to have some disagreement across college football. Let me know where you stand. On the Florida State side or the Texas side. Now, my prof said Texas going to the Invitational is my guess. I'm going to tell you something. If Florida State defeats Louisville tonight and Texas gets the 4th slot over Florida State, I'm going to be hot. At some point, the results on the field have to matter. Florida State, if they win the ACC championship game, they go undefeated, they get the 4th spot. But I've been on X, formerly known as Twitter. I've been reading all the comments. The media is starting to hype this Texas thing. Florida State's without their starting quarterback. Man, I cannot wait for next year when the conference champion, top 5 ranked, get an automatic berth to the playoffs. You win something, you go to the playoffs. That is a playoff. I'm going to be hot. I am going to be hot if Florida State is excluded in the 4-team invitational. If Texas goes in front of them, or if Alabama beats Georgia and it's Alabama and Georgia in front of Florida State, I'm going to rip up this studio into a million pieces. I'm going to be hot. Now, it's okay to disagree with me. Disagree with me in the chat. Give us a phone call. 763-260-1333. What is the best 4 teams right now? It can't be entirely about that. That's why are we playing the games during the regular season? Why are we playing the games in the regular season then? Why? Texas has had an unbelievable season. Unbelievable. They've beaten everybody but Oklahoma. They lost by 4 points. One of the many reasons we should have a 12-team playoff. Because Texas is going to be left out. It should be left out this year if Florida State wins. If Miami wins, if Georgia wins. But Florida State has done nothing wrong. My prof, I wanted a 16-team playoff with conference championship games being the first round, but they did not ask me. Awesome Lawson Clips. I agree they should get in, but the committee has been dropping the hints that if someone is going to be unjustly left out, it will be FSU. They have been dropping the hints, and that's why I'm bringing it up right now. I just completely disagree. Stephen McNeely, if Florida State wins, they should go. But man, you go on X, and you're hearing all of this jibber jabber about how Texas looks like they're going in. They need help. They need help. Fantastic team, no question about it. But an undefeated Michigan, undefeated Georgia, undefeated Washington, undefeated Florida State are all going to get in ahead of Texas. And thank goodness we're going to get the expanded playoffs next year. Thank goodness.
This is really hot.
The little general, can you give me a few Kleenexes? I got them all wet. I dropped a little bit of water. The little general has delivered a what is it? A quesadilla?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, honey.
Guacamole and bacon.
Beautiful.
Gin and pop.
No, I'm good. Thanks, son.
Hi, everybody.
Maria, the moderator, the one who rules with an iron fist, says hi to everybody. My wife makes me cook. You are blessed. I cook. I cook for the wife. But I can't cook the way she cooks, right? So, Steven, early peak member. They should do a 16-team playoff with 9 conference champions and 7 at large. Eventually, I do think they're going to get to 16 teams, but it ain't going to be all those conference champions. There's going to be a lot more at larges than 7. For 2024, 2025, it looks like it's going to be 5 conference champions and 7 at large berths. If they grow to 16, there's going to be more than 7. Else the big conferences aren't going to want it. They're not going to vote for it. Third and 8, Texas 35-14, 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're just talking college football. Not a lot of things happening in this game that's of much interest. Quinn Ewers got sacked. Hopefully Texas gets him out of the game without an injury. Don't forget the politics is likely part of the equation. Texas is leaving the Big 12. FSU wants to blow up the ACC. Good point, Ryan. Thank you for the super chat. Excellent point. FSU wants to blow something up. Texas could have blown up the Big 12, but Brett Yormark acted very quickly, very smart, very wise. Yeah, I get it, but I tell you what, Ryan, I mean, if Florida State wins tonight, second string quarterback, third string quarterback, I don't care if they win 17-16, 35-24, or 35-0. If they win, they go 13-0, and they do not get a bid in front of Texas, you think Florida State's Board of Trustees and Phil Collins, the chairman of the board, do you think they were hot before in July and August of this? Actually, it started in February of 2023. But then it really got hot in June, July, leading up to August 15th, where the withdrawal notice is stated in the ACC bylaws, but FSU did not give their notice of withdrawal, not yet. If it was, do you think if everybody thought it was hot this summer, if Florida State gets left out, holy smokes. Now, even though we're going to expanded playoffs, Florida State will have this feeling of, geez, We've got this ACC label on our, it's an albatross wrapped around our neck. First of all, we're not going to have the resources that the ACC and the SEC, we're not going to have the resources of the ACC that the SEC and the Big Ten teams have. We don't have the exposure, and now definitely we don't have the respect. If they get left out of this playoff, the political nature of this that Ryan eloquently states in his super chat, it only goes nuclear if Florida State is left out. It better not happen. And I know, look, I get it. If Florida State, if they win 17-16 tonight and Texas is left out, the sound out of Texas is going to be massive. It's going to be huge. But if you go the other way on this, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But you make a great point, Ryan. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your continued generosity to our channel. Thank you very much. Thank you, Steven. Toledo Rockets, 14. Miami, Ohio, 13. Miami's got the ball at their 24-yard line. Incomplete. Mock Prof, that is a great question. That is a great question. I do not have the answer, but I am going to look into that. The two FCS conferences that we're going to merge, that we're going to try to become an FBS conference, the WAC and ASUN, that's wide open. That football merger, Oliver Luck was working on that. I'm going to look into, I do not have an answer, but I'm going to look into that. Thank you for the question, Math Prof. I know I haven't talked about it in a long time. I haven't seen anything. I've got it written down in my notes. We'll take a look. Very good question, Math Prof. We'll take a look at that. Jan said, did anyone notice the Dr. Pepper challenge got rigged? I did not watch it. I did not watch it, and I did not see in the second leg, one made 5 and the other made 6. Are they talking about that on social media or anywhere else, Jan? Or is this something that you saw individually while you were watching the Dr. Pepper challenge? Let us know in the chat. Tony says if Florida State wins, they're 13-0. They're in. They've got to be in. I agree. But man, oh man, the steam is rising. Remember that Tulane and SMU play at 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Pacific. Well, this may be Texas' only chance to go to the college football playoffs in a long time. Stephen McNeely. I saw somebody at X write down the chances. Like, they used some math. They looked at they crunched the numbers in the past, try to project it in the future. And they predicted more or less the 7 at-large bids, for the most part, are going to break down like an average of 3 SEC at-large bids a year, 2 Big Ten at-large bid a year, ACC will get 1 at-large bid, and the Big 12 will get 1 at-large bid. Roughly, that's the averages that it was some sort of data-driven website that broke down the numbers going into the future. So you're going to have an SEC championship, 3 at-large bids. That's 4. Big Ten champion, 2 at-large bids. That's 7. ACC and at-large, that's 9. Big 12 champion and at-large bid, that's 11. And then you're going to have the G5 champion. So, of course, that's not how it's going to play out every year. There could be huge swings on that. But let's just say that happens in 2012. So let's say SEC championship champion next year is Georgia. Well, you would have room for like an Alabama, an LSU, and then there's room for another one, on average, historically speaking, projecting it forward. So Texas and Oklahoma. So what should be the expectations of a Longhorns fan going into the SEC with the 12-team expanded playoffs? With the average being 3 at-large bids coming out of the SEC every year. A 16-team conference. Should Texas expect a bid into the playoffs once every 2 years, once every 3 years? What's their expectations? What is Oklahoma expectations? And then look at the Big 12. So, 16-team conference, a conference champion, at-large bid. Who's going to be at the top of the conference? That is wide open. I think it's going to take a while to figure out who's going to be at the top of the mountain in the Big 12 on average going forward. Is it going to be Oklahoma State? Is it going to be TCU? Or is it going to be Utah? Deion Sanders, can he get Colorado to the top of the mountain? West Virginia, back up on the upswing. Are they going to get back to the top of the mountain in the Big 12? Arizona, upswing. Just taking a look at some news, portal news, coaching news. Colorado Buffaloes are going to be losing another assistant coach. Miles Price, Texas Tech wide receiver. He's entering the portal. He's had 161 catches for the Texas Tech Red Raiders for 1,700 yards. He's going in the portal. Very good food, honey. I'm almost done eating. Thank you for the halftime grub, honey. Appreciate it. Five minutes to go in the third quarter. Texas 35, Oklahoma State 14. Mireya, you can come in the studio. You can sit right next to me. You can let the people all see you eat. You can eat on camera. They won't mind. I mean, they don't want to see you eat for like 20, 30 minutes, but for a little bit, Mireya, you can come in the studio, say hi to everybody. We don't have a big audience here. We got a blowout. It's a big blowout. The game is not good. Do you want beans? No, I'm done. I don't need anything, honey. Wisconsin upsets Marquette in basketball. Oh! Did he stay in bounds? That's a great run. Texas touchdown. This game is over. 57-yard rushing TD. I think he stayed in bounds. Yeah. (42-14). Now, look, this game is over. We're going to be doing a doubleheader later tonight. Yeah, that was great balance. Unbelievable balance. That was fantastic. So, I'm going to open up the phone lines are open, 763-260-1333. If nobody calls in, we're going to shut down this stream and we're going to get ourselves ready for tonight. We're going to be doing 2 games at once. Michigan, Iowa, Florida State, Louisville. Heavy drama tonight. We'll save our energy. We'll save our time for tonight's game. But I do have the phone lines open here for a little bit. If anybody wants to call, talk about the Texas Longhorns, talk about anything college football, the portal. Jared Jones says Texas should be in the playoffs. I say no, they should be in the playoffs. Not unless Florida State loses, or possibly Michigan, or possibly Georgia. If you have 4 undefeated teams, how could you put the Longhorns in front of any of them? I don't see how you can do it. Jared Jones disagrees. Greg is 2 plays ahead of me. Not a problem. That's what happens. I'm behind. I'm ahead. We're all at different parts. So I think we're going to shut down the stream here. Get ready for tonight. This game is over. This game is over. It was over soon, quickly. But tonight's going to be a different story. So before you leave, please, if you haven't done so, subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you're notified the next time we come on live, which is tonight. Watch party. So hit subscribe to our channel. Before you leave, smash the like button if you liked our content. If you didn't like our content, please hit the thumbs down button and let me know in the comment section or on Twitter what we can do better to satisfy your college football content needs. Texas is way up. Game is over. We're going to get ready for it tomorrow night. So I hope you all join us. Doubleheader, Michigan, Iowa, Florida State, Louisville. Buckle up, brace for impact. By the end of the evening, we're going to be able to argue who should be in the college football 4-team invitational. Until tonight, until next time, which is tonight, from all of us at PATC, to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much. See you tonight.